Master Grade New Gundam version KA. Hey, what's up again everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs, GundamReviews.net, and there's even more to look at for the MS mode of this Master Grade New Gundam version KA, thanks to his Operation mode, which is hopefully going to be bringing a bit of a unicorn feel to this kit. And now fully loaded, except for the beam sabers, where he just has to press the on switch. You can see the bazooka there. The fin funnels aren't going to cause too many problems there with it. The shield twisted forward sets up for some cool poses, and usually if you look at the promo materials, they've always got him sort of looking and cheating to the left, which is going to get more focus from the eyes on the fin funnels and on the shield there. Beam rifle hasn't been behaving too badly there in terms of weight. Really the only issue is just going to be these things that continue to fall off, so I'm not even going to bother to put them back on. But this guy is definitely loaded for war, and it's the kind of thing where it makes you want to hop on Gundam vs. Gundam and just go and take the new out for a spin if you haven't for a while. And for the penultimate comparison, yes, can Christmas 2013 come soon enough? Well, 2012 was already a great one, but if we are going to be getting a version KA of a Master Grade Sazabi, a 2.0, in effect, whether it's a version KA or 2.0, doesn't really matter, Evolved Gundam Front version, to have them next to each other would be fantastic. This is the old school Sazabi, but it's going to be metallicized here. The metallic cover version just going to make it a very nice red there to go along with sort of, it's not quite gold there, but the yellow is going to be looking very good. But just looking at these two, when you get up close, you're just going to see so many details and lining opportunities over here with the new one, whereas with the old one, it was just the big bulky plates. The metallic aspect is definitely going to distract from it, but if you see this many details in the new, you know that Char deserves the exact same treatment, and hopefully it's only a year wait. You can pop off the fin funnels to make this easier, but don't forget that like the Unicorn Gundam in its destroy mode, that this guy has a very interesting transformation to expose. Psycho frame not nearly the same amount, but nonetheless a very interesting feature. You can check out my parts where you can see it all done up in detail. Which is almost done here. Just remember that you're going to want to keep a bag of some sort around to put in all of these extra parts. It's best just to take the shield off there, as you're not going to be able to get the arm to transform. This part may pop off on you. The bazooka is going to get in the way of opening up the back flaps, and these really do not want to stay on. And here he is, canon or not, in full operation mode, although I suppose Gundam Front, if you're okay with revisionist history, has made it somewhat interesting. Anyway, he's going to look really cool for a lot of things, but there's still going to be a few problems with this. The first one just being is that you're really not going to see all that much green unless you've actually got him here on a rotating base, because with the rotating base you're going to see the shimmer that's going to come off the light reflecting off the silver seals that's on the inside of the clear green pieces. But overall, if you're expecting something like a Unicorn Gundam, you're definitely not going to be getting it, as some parts definitely shine more than others. But one thing you've got to be careful of, first of all, is that the fin funnels here aren't going to fit on very well because you're taking the backpack and angling them up. Now, you don't have to do that because it's going to be hidden in the back on your shelf anyway, so you could just keep the left one down for it and put the fin funnels on, but according to this, you'd be a lot better off actually sending these off to go fly and attack than actually hang them over the left shoulder. Quick look section by section, you're going to see the top of the toes if you're looking down on it. The knees popping out here, you're really not going to see the green on the inside there. And these greens are a very nice touch, but because they're mostly hidden at the back, you'd have to be looking at it from the back or at least straight on from the side for you to really see them. And it's the same issue up here with the legs. If you take a look at it from the side, you're going to see some great green, but from the front, the lower body, there's not really going to be all that much on show. The backpack being up really doesn't change anything in terms of looks, and the forearms themselves, you're going to want to twist them sort of at an awkward angle here if you want to show off that nice strip of green there. Otherwise, it's going to be a similar issue because you've got the elbows up there, which are going to have the green hidden in the back, so that seems to be a common theme throughout. Probably the ones that are going to catch your eyes, though, the most are these waist ones here, and when you pop down the vents, and definitely the shoulders, which are only going to pop even more if you put on the famous Amuro A with the help of the water slides that are going to be provided. So with that cheat and the fin funnels back on, for whatever reason, he seems to be a little bit more Eileen-y here. For whatever reason, you're really only adding a few millimeters of height down there with the legs, so you wouldn't think it would throw off the center of balance all that much, but he's definitely going to sparkle a little bit. You'll be able to make out the eyes on here as he spins around in the dark, as inconsistent as it can be, but if you've got yourself a black light or two, you are going to see some UV light here bouncing off the green, although if you're expecting something as strong as the unicorn, if I bring this out of the camera here, you're really not going to see all that much. You may be able to make out the forearms are going to be glowing there, a little bit up on the shoulder, maybe some parts there in the waist, but I'm talking about you've got to be putting this thing right next to the Gundam for it to really show up. And in the dark, next to his most famous rival, here's what you're going to get if you go and put the UV light next to the Unicorn Gundam here in its full armor mode, and you can just see that the green is going to be showing up a lot more there when you put the thing right up close to it, because there's just so much more surface area that's actually going to react to this light. And finally, here is my most anticipated comparison, last year's December Christmas present. The Unicorn Gundam Destroy mode, also version KA there, is going to have a lot more green that you can actually see here with the lights on. I don't think I moved them off the stand since I did the review there, just because of all the weight issues that you're going to have when you add on all of that. In terms of height, you can imagine they'd be pretty similar if he was actually down on the ground and able to stand up under his own weight. But if you see the two of them here, you can see the influences that the new has now had, and especially the influences that Katoki Hajime has had on both of these suits, and they're looking very cool, and it's the kind of thing that I think would set off anybody's shelf. Lots of poses to try, so stick around to see him on the ground, in the air with his action base, and with those fin funnels shooting to and fro. And as always, let me know what you think of the new Gundam compared to any of the other Gundams that you've seen, and just in general, love to hear from you with a comment down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya. Well, that's it. It seems the only thing we can do is demand more UV lights.